all about money. Because the big people will buy your big painting if you've got a name. I mean, actually, when you think about it, let's rebel against it. Everybody rebel against this crap. I get frustrated sometimes because I think it is shit. You go in at £6.50 and you're treated like shit. You think to yourself, what's it all about? But if I don't do that, someone else will do it. So, you know, you're really, you need unions and people who are going to fight your cause. But there is nobody. Because it's all about money. They've got you, haven't they? Yeah, but then you're just one of the drones. You're a drone. You do everything they want you to do. We're just little drones in society. We're doing everything people tell you to do. Yeah, it's weird. Because if we didn't need food or a comfortable house, you're doing your own crap, aren't you? Yeah, I'll tell you what, it does make you realise as you get older that I don't need all this. I do like to be warm, and I do like to be comfortable, and I do like the telly now and again. But at the end of the day, I can get that in a caravan in a field with a signal. And you have to it's ridiculous. Exactly, because I don't need it. I'm quite happy digging. If somebody said to me, the only way you're going to be able to get a tomato or an onion or a potato, you've got to sort it out yourself. I will do that. Because that's what I want to do. Because I'm bored. Because you can go to a supermarket and get a potato. It's boring. If I didn't have that, I'd have to do what I need to do. And I can do it. Because I'm actually that sort of person who will do it. So that's why I get bored. I get bored of TV. I get bored of people are quite happy to watch Gemma Carl all day. And they're actually really happy doing that. I get bored doing that. But I don't want to go and spend money at the charity shop because I haven't got money at the charity shop. I don't want to go to the cinema to sit in a room full of people and sit and watch a movie that I'm made to sit for an hour without being able to go to the toilet. Because if I go to the toilet, people say how rude you are because you're getting up you're watching the movie. And they're like, oh, rude. Yeah, you can, but people get moody about it. Oh, they're walking in between the movie. Yes, but I need a pee. It's that sort of thing. It really actually does my head in. It's just, it gets you. It's boring. Because you are trapped in life. I've got to go start a job on Monday. I don't want to do it, but I've got to do it. And it's like, I've got to do it because the government tell me I've got to pay council tax on this house. I'll rent this out and I'll live in that caravan on my bit of land and I'll be fine. And I'm getting rent off here. You'll be living life of Riley. You can go and travel all the time and you won't have to work. Because you're renting here and that pays your bills. But then again, you're having to use somebody to live your life you're living. In a way, aren't you? I don't know. Well, I'm never going to do it, am I? That's why you think about it. At the end of the day, it is boring. You must get bored doing what you're doing and you're young. But at the end of the day, it's about money, isn't it? Instead of give you £1 million tomorrow, you won't have no worries. But you still would be bored, but you wouldn't have the pressure of having to do things. You see, Andy, it's weird. He worked at Coca-Cola and he was on probably 35 grand a year, right? And that's a lot of money. He's on less now and he's got more cash than he had then. And I said to him the other day, I said, I can't believe that. He said, well, I have. He said, because Brian gives me cash in hand, so I see my money. And he says, I see where it goes. He doesn't pay anything through direct debit now. If he needs to pay it, he'll pay it through the post office, so he sees that money going. So he says, I manage my money better. Before, it was like direct debits and he was overdrawn all the time. And I thought to myself, God, I could have had so much more. If he managed the money he did when he was at Coca-Cola, we would have had loads more money. And it's crazy when you think about it. It really is. It's like you can live off not much if you manage it better. Because there's things in the household you don't need. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Because what's this at the end of the day? Like when you look at Pappy, you know, it is sad. But throughout the years, he bought and sold things all the time. But that was his income. He'd buy a thing for 20 quid and he knew he could sell it for 60. But when you look at what Nanny's had in her household, Pappy's probably sold a lot of the stuff to get by. But then when you look at the stuff he's got, you think, it's just materialistic things. They mean nothing. And they do mean nothing at the end of the day. Because, like even Nanny says, which is sad, but she looks at things now and it's completely in a different way. Because when you're with somebody, you do things, oh, I'll buy that because he likes that and other. It's a different way of looking at things now. You know, and it's like, you think to yourself, you put all that effort into making a home that lot, but at the end of the day, it means, if you know, I'll tell you what it is, it's their health. If you haven't got your health, you haven't got nothing. And you haven't. But I know it's easy to say, because like Nanny smokes now, and she always will smoke, and she'll always have a drink, because she enjoys that. But you think to yourself, something can get you tomorrow. And I know sometimes, like I look at Pappy and I think to myself, God, I've got to do things now because life's short. But you can't do it because you ain't got the money to do it. So you just go day to day by doing the same things you've always done. But I do think though that you do. The way I look at it is you, these sort of things you have in your house, they're nice, but they don't mean nothing. But you do get to a certain age where you think, well, I don't need jewellery anymore. You know, like people say, what do you want for Christmas? I don't need anything. I don't want anything. If I want a pair of socks or a pair of underwear, I'll get them. But everything else I don't need. And it's true. Like, you know, like George's mum, like she's like over the top and everything. But it's like, why? It's nothing, is it? Well, yeah, there must be something in life that she's competitive with other people then or something. There's something that is keeping up the Joneses. But to me, if you're a normal person and you're happy with the environment and everything else, you don't need that crap. That's everybody else's own issue. Because at the end of the day, you in that fur coat and that big house don't mean nothing. But she doesn't still get it like that. She just likes, which is fair enough. Because what else do you live life for? But yeah, it's weird. But you do like, but it is nice. I suppose it is nice to come home to a house where you're comfortable in. Because what else do you work for then? Do you know what I mean? But it is shit at the end of the day. But that's it.